Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In this video, we're going to talk about the death of Static Major, a musician who was about to have his big breakthrough with Lil Wayne on the hit song Lollipop, but he died just days before the single was released. His death was blamed on a rare disease. He dropped dead out of nowhere at the age of 33. I'm going to show you how his death was most definitely murder by numbers, a ritual for Lil Wayne, and his continued success. Again, in 1983, the band The Police released the song Murder by Numbers, talking about how it's as simple to kill as ABC 123, and the purpose of ritualistic killing is to boost your status in this world. So Static Major, born Stephen Ellis Garrett, came into this world November 11th, 1974, in Louisville, where he also passed, hometown of Muhammad Ali, who was murdered by the numbers. If you missed my work on Muhammad Ali's death, how I predicted it at age 74 in 2014, and how I showed that Louisville's quarterback, who has the same birthday as Muhammad Ali, would win the Heisman after the murder of Rashaan Salam by the numbers, you got to go back and check all this stuff out. Murder by numbers, a very real thing with a very ritualistic pattern. You watch this video, you watch those older videos, you'll see exactly what I mean. So let's just start right here. He was born Stephen Ellis Garrett. He was about to have his big debut on Lollipop. Stephen Ellis Garrett equals 107 in gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. Murder by numbers, ABC 123. Lollipop also has this gematria of 107. And adding insult to injury, this man died on his 107th day of being 33 years old, just 16 days before the release of Lollipop, which was one of the bigger songs in commercial music that year. Now, before we get further into this, I just want to take a moment to stop and talk about what the problem is with this research that so many people run into. Rashad wrote this question just before I uploaded this video. I get questions like this every single day. He asks, how's the book coming along? First of all, the book's coming along. It's not done. I'll let everyone know when it's finished. I've been working hard, writing. It's a real process, and I'm making sure this book, nobody could say a thing wrong about it. But anyhow, he asks how the book's coming along, and then he asks, how do you keep your friends? Because a lot of my friends think I am nuts and say I am studying witchcraft and blah, blah, blah. Well, the truth is, I've lost almost all of my friends and my family for speaking out. And what I decided long ago when I was 18 was, you know what? I was 18 when September 11th happened, and I knew that day was a lie from the moment it happened. It was just clear as day. We had this crackhead president, son of a former president who wasn't that bright himself, buildings falling down in New York City in perfect demolition. I'm nobody's fool. And I realized a long time ago, this is a society of fools. This is a society of followers and cowards and people who are unwilling to confront the obvious. What I am exposing about murder by numbers, it is way beyond coincidence, and you just look at all the evidence that this is a real practice from music within the industry. Listen to that song, Murder by Numbers, recorded in 83, released in 83, a fitting year for a song about murder, which has gematria of 83 and 38, numbers that we commonly find in these rituals. So that's the truth, You speak truth in this world, you're going to lose friends. But my advice to you is, who cares? People who are too weak, too cowardly to confront the obvious, is that what you want to be? I'm not a Christian, but if you read the Bible, it clearly says that most people will never have the eyes to see. Most people will never come to truth. Most people will never want truth. That's why there's the passage about Jesus saying the truth will set you free. If you believe that's true, I suggest you just take the high road, you stick to truth, and don't worry about what all the naysayers say. Anyone who would call this study witchcraft is foolish. Knowledge is not witchcraft. I'm not teaching this skill to show you how to murder somebody by the numbers or to plot something evil by the numbers. I'm teaching you this knowledge to see that evil people are practicing witchcraft, and it involves everything from murder to numbers, murder by numbers, to the collapse of the towers on 9/11, the start of world wars, and so much more. We're living out a sick agenda by the numbers. This all goes back to Kabbalah. There's an evil side of Kabbalah. Kabbalah is all about living by the numbers. The underlying belief of Kabbalah is that God created the world when God merged the letter with the number. The Hebrew alphabet is a lettering system and a numbering system. In Kabbalah, Hebrew is a tribute to the way God created the world. So Rashawn, we're about to get into Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, in his music, has a popular music video that came out around the same time as Lollipop, 6 foot, 7 foot, and it starts with this right here. Let's just listen to the beginning of this music video. Remember, Lil Wayne's the same guy who also had the music video of the theater shooting the day before the Aurora theater shooting, which was forecast in a Hollywood movie, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. See my video on Batman and what's going on in this world. Batman is more than a movie. It's a mocking. But just listen to the beginning of this Lil Wayne song, 6 foot, 7 foot. This is from around the same time of the death of the man we're about to get into. Remember, 67 is the number for blood sacrifice. Listen, here's how it begins. I gotta stop it before the music starts, but do you hear what they're saying? He won't wake up! He won't wake! Somebody just sent me this in the mail. I put my address out there and you never know what you're gonna get. Somebody sent me the rally rooster. I don't know if the rally rooster can wake somebody up, but that's what it is in this world, being awake. You see the people around you, they just won't wake up. They just want to be asleep. There's a reason they call it the American dream. But for those of you who don't want to be sleepers, let's do the rest of this. So we're talking about the death of this young man at age 33, born in 74. A couple weeks ago I proposed that people start making gematria memes and getting out the knowledge this way. So many rappers have died in connection to 74. Here's Tupac's final album cover, this album released right after his death. The artist named Machiavelli, Tupac 74, Machiavelli 74, Rapper 74, Rhymes 74, Song 74, Jesus 74, Cross 74, Killing 74. Think about Jesus on the cross at age 33. Tupac, one of his last music videos was Smile. He was also on the cross in that video. His last music video was I Ain't Mad at Ya, where he was in heaven. And so many songs before his death, going back to Shed So Many Tears. In that song, he says he has to embrace an early death. What's going on in the world of music and entertainment is some people really are getting murdered. And some people are faking their deaths. I'm not sure what happened to Tupac. The evidence suggests, though, that it's a hoax, that he didn't really die. And I wonder the same about Notorious B.I.G., who died 74 days before his birthday, plus so much more. Anyway, Stephen Ellis Garrett, dead at 33, his 107th day of being 33, just before Lollipop. The name Stephen Ellis Garrett also has gematria of 118. Remember, what you want to do is you want to get on the gematria calculator and you want to just use these 4 methods. There's more that's relevant here, but these 4 methods will reveal so much. They say Tupac was shot September 7th, which is written 7/9 in most parts of the world. Murder 79. Death also has gematria of 97, like the year Notorious B.I.G. died. September 7th can also be written 9/7. Tupac Shakur would die September 13th, 13/9, a lot like 139, just like Freemasonry. Special numbers, ritualistic numbers, murder by numbers. Anyway, the day Tupac died, date with 118 numerology. Almost all of Tupac's crew has died by the number 118 since, which I have multiple videos on. So many people have died by this number. Aaliyah, and hundreds more. Very important number to death. Vanity, when she died before the 58th Grammys, had a cause of death that summed to 118. I showed how Prince's full name equaled 108, 18, and why he better watch out next. I talked about how Prince was born June 7th, 6/7, blood sacrifice 67. Prince died 67 days from Vanity. Lil Wayne, 6 foot, 7 foot. And then in the chorus, it does say 8'2", 6'7", 6'7". If you haven't seen my work on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant in their retirements 678 weeks apart, and how Michael Jordan equals 678, Kobe Bryant 678, check it out. Lil Wayne's song's not about those two, but the point is, these numbers that get put before us, they're ritualistic. They're important. They encompass a lot of things. So this man, who died at 33. He was born November 11th, 1974. And right away, the 115 birth numerology pops out because killing has gematria of 115. Remember, Notorious B.I.G. died 115 days before the upcoming Puff Daddy album. Biggie Smalls has the gematria of 115. So many other things. 115, super important number connected to killing. In this case, it also connects to Lil Wayne, who's had a number of people drop dead around him in his musical career, including this man, Static Major. We'll talk about the 43 birth numerology that also connects to Lil Wayne. You know, he died on a date with numerology syncing with Lil Wayne. Date with 25 numerology as well. Tupac dead at age 25. Notice that 97, which connects to death, like 25, 97 is the 25th prime. Notorious B.I.G. died in 97, 74 days before his 25th birthday. He was also born on a date with the 96 connection, Freemason 96, Masonic 74. Special numbers this man had. As for the day he died, February 25th, that was a date with 55 numerology, and a lot of things stand out about that. Louisville equals 55, his hometown. The word sacrifice, 55. Lollipop has gematria of 55. So does playa, 55. Punch in lollipop here because it has a lot of relevant numbers. Oh, I think I had to go to one of the other ciphers for... this might seem like cheating to you. But lollipop also, in one of these ciphers, connects to 55. You know, the 107 and the 44 we'll talk about more, but just so interesting how it all lines up. And if you know 213, that's another number connected to hip-hop deaths all throughout history. Death in Satanic Gematria is 213. Tupac Shakur released his final studio album February 13th and died 213 days later. A lot of young black men have died by 213. Notice Black Panther. Let me get rid of some of these ciphers. It's too many. Black Panther has gematria of 213. Just like Black History Month, we see this number again and again stamped in these deaths. And Lollipop even has the 213 in it. So anyway, his date of death, 55 numerology, connects to a lot of things, including the musical group he was part of, which was called Playa. The date numerology of the death, 19 and 55, both like Playa. 37, also like Lollipop. From the date of his death to the release of Lollipop was 16 days later. He died February 25th, died in Black History Month. Black History Month 213. From February 25th to March 13th is 16 days later. When you write out 16, it sums to 33. The word Lil equals 33, as in Lil Wayne. He was dead at age 33. 33, number of ritual sacrifice. The release of the song, March 13th, 2008, date with 44 numerology. The word kill equals 44. The word execution, 44. This man dropped dead out of nowhere from a rare disease. What a time to do so, right before his career about to take off. Lollipop, Also, that Gematria 37, again, syncing up with the date. Something interesting I noticed about the date February 25th, if you write it out, February 25th, it sums to 252, and in most parts of the world it's written 25/2. You know? Isn't that fascinating? Has the 25 in it, our number connecting to death. Static major in the septenary cipher has the gematria 42 like February, number stamped all over black people, again dead in February, Black History Month. Static major in the Kabbalah cipher 147 like Freemason, 97 like death, 181 which is the 42nd prime. Again, using these multiple ciphers, his name has 2 connections to 42. Coincidental? I don't think so. All of these ciphers are built on top of each other, all part of a complicated, very deep system. So here's Lil Wayne, Lil 33, the word rhyme 33. As I'm always explaining, these hip-hop deaths are coded to the teeth with 74. They said his cause of death was this rare condition called myasthenia gravis, if that's how you pronounce it. But regardless of how you pronounce it, the gematria of the cause of death is 74, like his year of birth. Again, one more time, number coded all over hip-hop deaths. We just saw B.T.Y. Youngin, the artist of Birdman, die 74 days from Birdman's birthday, happening all the time. His mother, the mother of the rapper who died, named gematria of 74. She's currently 44 years old. Birdman equals 47, just like BTY. I just put out a video on this last night if you want to check it out. But again, just all the same numbers that we're talking about. His death syncs up with Juvenile. It syncs up with Birdman and his own mother. BTY has the gematria of 47. The reflection is 74. Here's Notorious B.I.G., who died March 9th, 74 days before his 25th birthday on May 21st. Later this year, he has an album coming out with his former wife. It's all part of a sick ritual. Check out the album coming out, the video I did on it. All tribute to Murder by Numbers. But Notorious B.I.G. dead 74 days before his birthday, or 2 months and 13 days, 213. Right after Tupac Shakur dead 213 days after All Eyes on Me, where he said, "You can't see me." What do you think he was talking about? I have so many videos on the deaths of musicians in 74. There's a ton. Here's another unsolved rap murder mystery from Compton, California on the 33rd parallel. The rapper Johnny Mossberg Burns, he died on July 4th, murdered on July 4th, 7-4. His last name, Burns, has the gematria of 74. He was murdered in Compton, which is on the 33rd parallel, 74 and 33. Just like our man here, dead from the 74 disease, born in 74, dead at age 33. Coordinates for Compton, we were talking about 96, that Freemason number. The year Rockefeller Records came out, Rockefeller Records equals 74 as well as 97. Big numbers on Notorious B.I.G.'s death. Compton also on the 118th meridian. So many rappers, so many musicians, so many entertainers dead by this number. It's always the same. You learn this language, and then look there. DJ Quick, born January 18th. This artist connected to DJ Quick. The death of B.T.Y. Youngin, connected to his first tracks were with Juvenile. He died at a gas station. Notice Juvenile, gas station 35. He died 35 days after Juvenile's 42nd birthday, on the 119th day of the year. You see? Just so repetitive. The names these people have been given. All of these men are marked for death, too. Lil Wayne, Juvenile, they're all going to get murdered by the numbers in time as well. It's sick. It's so sick. When Lil Wayne says he's ill equals 33 like Lil. It's just a reshuffling of the letters. Now you know what these people are really saying. It's just like when Sting, who wrote Murder by Numbers, gets on the stage and gloats about how he wrote the song. So proud to be the man. You know, he's got all this money, this fame, all this sex. Who cares about all the people he killed? They're in the grave now. You know, that must be the mentality of these sociopaths. But again, it's Wednesday, Truth Seeker. Every Wednesday night, Truth Frequency Radio, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. to midnight back east. We'll be talking about all these things and more, taking your calls. Thank you, Ren Lang, for the question. Thank you, Rashad Otley. Thank you to the people who've been sending me money and the Rally Rooster. You know, the person who sent me this Rally Rooster, they also sent me this book. And if you saw on my blog, I just wrote about this book recently. So, you know, thank you to everyone who follows, who supports, who donates, who sends me more information. I actually just, since this came in the mail, I'm writing my own book and working hard trying to do a million things. I started to read this last night and I was just like, wow, this book is way deeper than I ever knew or it would be. So, you know, the information's out there. This is a former professional athlete talking about numerology and astrology and what's going on in the world and the titles, if they only knew. That's what I'm trying to clue you guys into. And for all the people who won't wake up, that's not your fault. You know, sadly in this world, if you seek truth, you're going to be demonized by the ignorant. But just remember, that's the way it is. And read a book like the Bible. You know, thousands of year old knowledge to remind you that humanity's always been this way. Again, I'm not a Christian, but just think about the story of Jesus. Jesus was essentially crucified for speaking truth. And think about how small his group was. As amazing as Jesus supposedly was, he only had a group of 12 dudes. And a lot of us don't have 12 friends. For me speaking out, I still have people who respect me and stay in my life and who are interested, but I've lost so many people because of this. And a whole lot more than 12 friends worth. But, you know, just remember that. That's the way of this world. And also, please don't do this to me. You know, this stuff kills me. When people leave a comment asking me to make a video I already made. Yo, Zach, where you been? So much happened since you gone. Can you make a video on the death of Big Black? Man, I put out a video on the death of Big Black last night when it happened. I keep telling you guys, being subscribed to my channel, you're not going to see my videos in your feed. YouTube will only put some of my videos in your feed. They're going to keep most of them out. I am the most censored channel on YouTube. Not even close. There's no comparison. All of my stats are squashed into the ground. My videos don't make people's feeds. They get unsubscribed all the time. If you're too lazy to search my channel to see what videos I've put out, you know, understand you're what's wrong with the world. Okay? I've said 1,000,000 times, to know what videos I put out, you have to click on my channel. And if you don't know how to do this, I mean, I don't know where I am. Just search my channel up here if you're not subscribed, Zachary K. Hubbard. You can click the subscribe button, but if you just search, it might even be an easier way if you're subscribed. It'll just come up at the top. If you click on the link, then this comes up, and if you go down here to videos, you'll see all the videos I put out. You know, this is what I'll do. I'll put out a lot of information real quick. I put out 5 videos last night in 2 hours' time, and I bet you in people's feeds, maybe one of those videos made it there, maybe 2, but the other ones got left out. Just like the guy who's asking me to make a video on something I made 10 hours ago. And every day it's like this, and it's just so irritating. I work so hard to put out this information, and people are too lazy to even seek it out. Hey, can you make this video? Can you cover this topic you wrote about 2 weeks ago on your blog? Find the information, Truth Seeker. My blog, it's there. I keep up on everything. My video channel, it's here. My radio show, it's every Wednesday. You know? All right. Until next